All right, good. Hello, everybody. How we doing? Hope we are live. Going there. We are. Good morning. And we're having a little difficulty here getting started. Don't know why. So we're just going to keep going. Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to push this away. We're getting started now. We are going to be cooking a lot of stuff today. It's going to be a busy day. So, in a busy day, we're going to do a lot of cooking in Georgeville. We're in week 3 of the Kickstart program. We're doing meals today. Got a lot of prep to do. We're doing a lot of things. Last week, we had some great results, and they were a lot of fun. I hope you're having a good time. And the reason we're doing this is because I literally have been fat, sick, and nearly dead. So, I'd struggled with the yo-yo diet for as long as I can remember. And it led me down a path that I didn't even know to diabetes. My blood glucose was 834 and my A1C was 18.1. Yeah, I should be dead. But God saved me to be here to help teach others not to do what I did. And in 107 days on this protocol, my numbers became 7.2 and 90 for blood glucose. I didn't know the symptoms and signs that I had, and I'm trying to help you understand that because I believe food got me into this mess, food got me out of it. And in a few short weeks, I got down to where I lost 14 inches, down to a 28-inch waist, and I've actually gained weight from 143 sarcopenia to 152. I've gained muscle mass, and that 73, I'm not supposed to do that. We're supposed to get old and icky and fraying. So I'm 73, turned 74 here in a short few months, and I'm gaining lean muscle and losing body fat. So there we go. If you want to learn how to do that, stick around. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. I have a lot of exciting things to talk about today. And we're going to talk about eating and cooking. Now, if you've been both any of the shows, you already know that I believe that recipes are suggestions. And so we have a recipe guide for this week. And this is week 3. I did not write these meal plans. I'm just part of the program. So I'm looking at them and seeing what I like to do. And we're going to do a lot of things outside of the menu itself. But the great thing about this program in terms of the menu is there's even a shopping list. So you can go through your pantry, your fridge, your freezers, wherever you keep your goods and goodies, and make sure that you don't have extras. So I'm using inventory. I'm doing substitutions. So we do have some things we're going to talk about. Now, one of the things I'm going to do today is we're going to roast in the oven. I already have it preheated at 420. We're going to start cooking bacon. I do my bacon in the oven. We're going to do some cauliflower steaks. I went to the farmer's market, and I really encourage you to get fresh when you can. Farmer's market. Look at the size of this head. I mean, this is gorgeous. So it's off the menu. I'm going to make some cauliflower steaks. I'm going to show you how to do that. Then I also found some delicata squash. So we're going to do some delicata squash. It's phenomenal. Found some fresh green beans. Look at this. I mean, for like $1, $1.50 for a bag like this, come on. All fresh produce. All good, clean produce. No preservatives, no glyphosate, no nothing like that. So that's kind of what we're going to do that. So we're going to oven roast delicata squash, beans, cauliflower, and bacon. Plus, we're going to work on a spinach feta stuffed chicken and also cracked chicken. So we've got a lot of work to do. We're going to talk about a lot of things as we go, do a lot of prep. And one of the things I'm going to start with, though, is I'm going to start with my Stronghold. And Stronghold is a product, a brand new product that we have, and it is for building muscle, lean muscle. It builds it back. So that's one of the things that I've been doing. It does have creatine. It does have leucine. It does have HMB. And has a great flavor. So I drink this before I have any interference with anything else. So just all we do is throw that in our handy dandy bottle. It even tells you how much to put in. Just throw in some water. This is great because it has a pineapple flavor. And it is incredible. It's almost like a dessert. What's really exciting is the company in November at our national event in Orlando, which you're invited to, we're going to have a tasting of 10 new products, taste testing of 10 new products. And so this company is so awesome. It's incredible. And by the way, later on, if you want to know how you can get tickets to see some of the speakers we have 9 amazing world-class speakers coming in, authors, like including Ben Bickman, Jason Fung. These authors, these 2 guys, they'll be there live. We also are going to be on a cruise. They're going to be on the cruise with us as well as some others. So if you want to learn how to join us on that, just put down tickets. You're going to learn about you could earn the cruise, literally earn a free cruise, 4 days. Put that in the comments. So if you want to learn how to come to the speakers, we'll talk about them later. The 1-day event, world-class event. Put down tickets. If you want to learn about how to go on the cruise, put down cruise in the chat, then I'll get to the details. All right, so the first thing I'm going to work on, that's good stuff. First thing I'm going to work on is bacon. Now, the bacon I'm going to use is my favorite because there is no sugar in it. Now, of all things, I get this bacon at Aldi's, and it says low sodium, which got my eye. Okay, good, low sodium. It says low sodium, but on the back, there's no sugar added. So there's less sodium and there's no sugar. Now, guys, everybody want to always have sharp tools. We'll do the knife. Got to cut through here. And what we're going to do is we're simply going to be able to put this into the pan. Now, I like cooking the bacon in the oven because it's a lot less messy, a lot less cleanup. And oftentimes, if I'm doing some Brussels sprouts, I'll do those on top of that oil. I'll do that right in this pan after I get done with it. So I'm going to cut this through here. And now I start putting the bacon on this pan and just start laying it out. It's really, really thin, so it cooks pretty quick. And then we're going to put this splatter screen over the top, which helps keep the oven clean as well. And so we just get it in here. Now, the first go around, of course, is kind of easy because what? Well, there's no hot grease to deal with at all. But I have the oven preheated. Now, this bacon is going to be used for the what they call cracked chicken. It's cracked chicken with bacon. Okay. And the recipe is called for chicken breast. I have in my inventory chicken thighs, so I'm having chicken thighs. Again, recipes are suggestions unless you're baking. Baking is a science experiment. Baking, you have to put things in the right order, the right amount, or they go flip, flap, and flop. So we don't want to do that. But when you're cooking, we get to play with our food. You don't get to do this kind of stuff when you're baking. Well, I guess you do if you're doing rolls or candy. Sometimes you get to do some stuff playing with it. But we're just going to put this half a pack of this bacon with no sugar. That's why I like this brand. It has less sodium, it says. It says 1/3 less sodium than USDA data for cooked bacon. Okay, cool. All right, great. We'll take it. So I'm going to clean my hands. Now, last week we did a lot of cooking, a lot of prep. And I'll try to show you the pictures of those finished products. Because guys, that langoustino crab, stuffed portobello mushrooms were insane. I actually had enough that we actually had ate six of them. Made 6 of them, grilled them, put them on the grill. I'll try to show you some pictures of that, along with the delicata squash, which I guess you mind talking about it now. Let's do that. Let's get this prep done. So this delicata squash, guys, they look kind of like this. I kind of cheated. We ate half yesterday. But it's going to look kind of like this. This is going to be longer, the whole piece that I've cut in half. And this is one of the great ones because you can actually eat the skin. So like a lot of squashes, you don't. But you can. You can eat the skin on this one. Okay, that's good. That knife. All right, let's get out some heavy lumber here. Now the delicata squash, you can cook a lot of different ways. You can prep a lot of ways. I'm just going to show you how. I'm going to do it this way. But when you get it, you can cut off the end. Okay? So then it'll stand level. And then just take it and slice it right down like this. Okay? Now there's going to be seeds in it. See how there's seeds in there? So we're going to take and scrape those out. Now you can, I am not going to, so don't get mad at me, but I don't want to take the time today. These seeds you can save and roast like pepitas, like pumpkin seeds and that, which is, we're getting into that season. Today I don't have the time to show you how to do that. We may do that on another show if you'd like to see how you roast and make pepitas and make these squash seeds into those cool little snacks, which are healthy. Because guess what? You know where they came from. You know that they're organic. You know that there's no glyphosate. And they have fiber. Now you see how these half moons are? See that? Okay. So then all you gotta do is figure about an inch. And you're just going to cut them into slices like half rings. So we're going to create it like this. Got those guys on that side. Come over here, do the same thing. And one more. Okay, so those are cut and see how they're into these half moons. Okay, so I've got that. And the other thing I'm going to do real quick, show you, is some green beans. These, look how good, look how beautiful these are. You know, just fresh from the farmer's market. You got to love it. And I'm in north central Illinois. And so we don't know how much longer they're going to have beans. But boy, if you can get them, take advantage of it. You know, we're getting into the winter squash season and that kind of stuff. So we know we'll have those around. But boy, if you can still get the green beans, man, get them. They're delicious. They're fiber nutritious. And so you're just going to clip off the ends like that. So we get rid of, there's one snuck away. So we're going to do a couple hands of these. We're going to roast these here. Now we did these on the grill, straight on the grill, last night too. So we did that. And all leftovers from last week still. I still have enough of the beef for one more fajita. Yeah. And still have a boatload, literally a boatload of the Italian beef. Now remember, we had that one chuck roast that we used for beef tacos, and I saved some off, not put it into that mixture. I put it off for other uses, and that became part of the Italian beef. So now you see we have these all nice and cut. Got them ready to go. So how am I going to season them? How are we going to roast them? How are we going to cook them? You'll see that in a second. So we've got these guys done. So in the prep for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bag, Ziploc bag, and I'm just doing it because it's going to be easier and cleaner for me to do it this way today. But you can put it in a bowl, and you can toss them in a bowl. I'm just going to do it in a bag. So this is avocado oil. And what I'm going to put in this bag of avocado oil, I figure doing this, drinking my Stronghold. And we got the bacon cooking already in there, right? I'm going to take some garlic powder. I'll pour some garlic powder in. I probably should do this over here so you guys can see it. I'm going to put some garlic powder in. Okay? How much? That much. Going to take some turmeric. Put some turmeric in. Going to take some smoked paprika. Not that much. Going to take a little cayenne. I like a little nuance of cayenne. There's some of that. Going to take some Daniel's original seasoning. Anybody knows Dan? Let him know that I'm using his stuff. Maybe he'll sponsor me. Haha, funny. Okay. Going to take some garlic Himalayan salt with pepper. That's in there. Going to take some garlic herbs with no sugar in it. Seasoning. That's going in there. So we're not using any sugar. Do some kosher salt. Well, you can smell the bacon going. Oh, and some pepper. So we have turmeric. You have to have pepper. So some fresh cracked pepper. All right. So see how that's in there. So now I'm just going to take it and get it all mixed together. The spices, the seasons I have in here. And you'll see the sanity in this in a minute. So I'm going to put all these spices and seasonings back out to this working area. So that worked that around in I like doing this especially when I do things like Brussels sprouts. Then I take my stuff, my prep veggies, take them in, throw them in. There we go. Now, guys, one of the things that we want to make sure that we understand is one of the reasons we have issues with our physical being. You feel tired, fatigued, you deal with brain fog, you deal with some weight issues, blood pressure, maybe you feel some inflammation in your face, your shoulder, your neck, maybe you have skin tags. Guys, those aren't normal. They are all signs that your inside, your body is not happy, it's not healthy. And most of it happens because in today's modern day food environment, we're eating too often. Most people, have you been told to eat 3 meals a day and then snack like every 2 hours? When you do that, what you can see is what happens is that your glucose level goes up every time it spikes, right? It spikes just like that. Because most times, most of the food you eat is carbohydrate first, right? I mean, very simple. You already know that. So when that happens, insulin has to come out and play and do its job. When it does, now we have a problem with what? The problem is the fact that insulin never gets a break. It has to work all the time. And when it has to work all the time, then it not getting a break, you become insulin resistant. And that's when you have all these issues that come up physically. So I'm going to take this tray. I'm going to put my beans and delicata squash. Now, when you put the delicata squash on, you want to have the moons, these half moons, just separated. Otherwise, they'll steam. So you want them to kind of roast. Oh, I had a bean escape. Get back here. 5-second rule. I'm the oldest of 10. I was raised in South Dakota. I believe in the 5-second rule. And one of my brothers is a doc, and he would say, no way. But he's not here to punish me. And I'm the oldest, so there you go. So see how we get these set out? They're going to roast. And the beans are in the pan too. Cool. So they're already oiled, seasoned, ready to go. Now, one of the things that some people like to do with green beans, and that's really fun, is to take them, oil them up, get them seasoned like this, and then throw them in the air fryer. But now you can see how we got these ready to go. We got green beans, and we got the delicata squash ready to go. That's in the oven. Beside the bacon that's going on real well. All right. So now we've got delicata squash started. We've got bacon started. We've got green beans started. Let's get to the cauliflower. Now this is a gorgeous head of cauliflower. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the dirty bottom. Because again, this came right out of the farm. So we're just going to cut this right there off. We're going to cut the greens off. And why didn't I do this before when I brought it home? Because I didn't want it to violate itself until I was ready to get into the plant itself. Okay, so we're getting rid of the greens. This is how it grows, right? This is the leaves. You may never have seen a real cauliflower in its real entirety with how it grows, because it opens up it's in there like this. The cauliflower grows, and it's being nestled in the leaves. It's so cool. So we're going to get rid of these. And you see some of these already want to fall off already. So I'm going to try to make a steak out of this, if we can. That's my goal. And maybe it won't steak very well. We'll see. Oh, it doesn't want to steak very well. It's all going to crumble out. I can see it already. All right, no problem. Change of plans. We'll have steaks that are florets. Okay. Hang on, I'll get one more cut through here. All right, there's two. I'm going to say I'm going to have two steaks. Okay. These all, look how these all come out so beautiful. All right, so I'm going to take those and put them in a container. Let's find a container to put them in. Look how they all just beautiful flowers. Florets, that they call them. So we're going to put those over here. See how this, it already wants to become cauliflower rice. See how this is already in the granule state? That's what we call cauliflower rice. And we used that week 1. Remember, we had some cauliflower rice in some of our recipes, including a fried rice. Okay? So I've got two kind of steaks. And by steaks, I mean, you see how this is? So this is a steak. So I'm going to trim a little bit back here. And I have two steaks. All right. So what we're going to do, going to use that same mixture that we just had with the others, with the green beans and cauliflower, and just going to coat this. See, it's a little easier to do it like this. And we're going to look to do a little Greek finisher with this when we get it roasted. Yeah, it's going to work out just fine. Okay. Let me find one other. Another little pan. I'm going to show you how to use parchment paper. The parchment paper has different temperatures it can go to. This is allowed to be at 420. So see how we got this cauliflower steak ready to go? See how it's already seasoned? See that? Okay, there's one. We'll get the other. So then it's oiled and seasoned, pretty clean and neat. Now, when we eat our food and eat our meals, guys, one of the important things to do, and one thing you can take away right away, is when you eat in the proper order of food. And you're like, well, George, what do you mean proper order of food? Well, the proper order of food is you want to eat fiber first. Think about, how did God create it? Did he create it with the juice on the outside or with the fiber on the outside? Fiber on the outside. All right. Did he create with the starch on the outside? No. Did he create fat on the outside? No. Well, how is it done? Fiber first. Now, where's the fiber important? If you know where fiber is important, what part of your body requires fiber? What part of the body most requires fiber? Well, that's your gut. Did you know that? The gut requires fiber. Why? Because there are two kinds of fiber. There's soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. You didn't know that? Okay. So there's two kinds of fiber. Now you know. Now, the one type of fiber called insoluble, I-N, the spelling is I-N for soluble, insoluble, is like stringy. It is a broom. It sweeps the gut. It keeps things moving. Sometimes we call it gluten pooping, okay? And I'm going to put this in the oven right now as well. Now, so the insoluble fiber sweeps the gut, and it also feeds the good bacteria. You'd say there's two kinds of bacteria inside, good bacteria and bad bacteria. You want to feed the good, right? But guess what? You don't. Why? Because fiber has been removed from your food. Look at how much fiber you get in a day. Maybe you've never thought about it. But do you have irritable bowel system? Do you have a leaky gut? Do you have constipation? Things like that. Do you have mood swings, anxiety, depression? Those all stem from issues in the gut, because the gut is the home for serotonin and the dopamine. So serotonin is your happy hormone. That's produced in the gut. If your gut's out of whack, guess what? Your brain's out of whack. So having soluble fiber is imperative for good health, good gut health. That's your second brain. Plus, when you eat that way, when you order food, you keep your insulin and your glucose spike down. So what happens is you get to burn fat longer. How many of you want to burn fat more than anything else? Yeah. If you want to burn fat, you have to not have your glucose. You can't have both. So that's why we eat fiber first. You're going to see this when I get into the meal. So we're going to eat fiber first. It's fiber, fat, protein, and carb. So, oh, by the way, again, if you want to come to the event with our speakers in November on the 8th, when Dr. Fung and Dr. Bickman and a host of others, world experts on metabolic health, nutrition, diet, exercise, healthy work, blood glucose, metabolic health, right ticket, and I'll get to the information for the event in Orlando. Plus, if you want to earn a cruise, you still have time this month to earn a cruise. The company has bought out an entire cruise ship just for us. Love to have you join us. If you'd like to know how, write down cruise in the chat, and I'll get to that information too. All right, so we got bacon going on in here. We've got we're roasting our delicata squash, we're roasting our beans, we're roasting our cauliflower steak. So now let's start looking into the next thing that we're going to be making, and that's going to be spinach and feta stuffed chicken. So what do we need to do on this recipe? It says fresh cup of spinach, chopped. All right, and in the pan, we're going to go garlic, spinach, until it's wilted. Cool. All right, let's do it. So here's some spinach. Here's some garlic. So let's get our garlic and our spinach going here. It says how much? About a cup of spinach. All right, about a cup. Now, what did I teach you guys last week and the week before about when you bring spinach home or leaf products like that? I just opened that up. That just got brought in the house. Now I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it in a package with paper towels on the bottom and paper towels on the top. And that will help keep it from turning black. You know, that icky, slimy black that you don't like, that horrible flavor. It will keep your produce longer, better, and fresher. And then you just change out the paper towel maybe once a week, twice a week. You see it get moist and wet, just get it out of there. You'll see that your spinach, your romaine, your kale, those types of things will last a much longer time when you do it like that. Okay, I'm going to take some avocado oil because it says, and I like avocado oil more than I like olive oil, so that's what I'm using. And it says put some in the pan, and we're going to wilt the spinach, so I'm going to get it going. And it says also to put in some garlic. All right, so we're going to do garlic, and then this garlic, I'm going to use my microplaner. I like using the microplaner more than anything else. I just like to have more control. So we're going to take that. So the garlic, you can buy garlic in already prepped. You can buy it frozen. You can make it in advance as well. So we got some garlic here. We're going to go ahead and prep it. So we're just going to take out the bottom. That's how I do it. take off the bottom and then just take a chip off like that. A lot of times the peel comes off, much like this one just did. Okay. Take this one. The peel should come off pretty well. That way you're not digging with it, digging your fingernails into it and smelling like you just came out of an Italian restaurant all day long, right? You know what I'm talking about. All right, so we got those. All right, so in the pan, we're placing spinach. We got this started. Got it started. Got avocado oil started in there. Going to start wilting this spinach. It's called for a cup. Well, that's a good cup. And then we're going to put in some garlic. All right. And see how we're going to just do this on this microplaner. Use a couple. See how we got that whole thing in there? That's 2 cloves of garlic. Maybe I'll do 3. I think I'll do 3. Why not? I prepped it. Might as well do it. There we go. Cool. So now you can see we've got the garlics in there. And what we'll do is we'll get it to wilt a little bit. Because what's going to happen is this is going to be used to, it's called a spinach stuffed chicken. So we're going to wilt this down. And by wilting, it means it's getting softer and it shrinks down a little bit. I'm going to add some pepper in here. And let's see, it says for some basil and oregano. Okay, good. I've got some of that in the fridge. Hang on. So this is just getting ready to be a filling. That's all we're going to do. Turn off the heat. Where'd it go? There it is. Got some basil, oregano. That's going in there. See, it's simple to do these things. Okay. Oh, it smells great. All right. Got the garlic gone in there. Got the pepper gone in there. See how this is coming along? See how this is coming along? Okay. So yeah, reason I'm cooking is, and I love to cook, but food got me into this mess and food got me out of it. What am I talking about? Well, I was on a path and I didn't even know it. I played the diet whack-a-mole game. I was a yo-yo dieter for years. And it led me down a path of diabetes. And my blood glucose was 834 and my fasting A1C was 18.1. I should have been dead, literally. I know people that were in comas, cardiovascular events, and everything else like that, but God kept me around to help educate and teach people not to go down that way. And so that's part of what my passion is, to help teach people not to do what I did. And I'm lucky to be alive at 73. And the reason I want to be alive at 73, I'm going to live till a great age, because why? I want to be the first man in my family to have a 5-generation family. So I'm putting in some feta cheese. Okay. And it says Also, maybe add some florets, broccoli. Well, we just happen to have some broccoli from last week, don't we? So we're just going to take some of that. We're just going to take a piece right off of here. And we're going to blend it in. No, we'll tell you what, we'll do it this way. We're going to let it chop it up. See how these turn into nice little florets? See how these turn into, just like the cauliflower did? We're taking the flowers of the cauliflower. We're taking the flowers of the broccoli. And we're going to put that in as well. Okay? See how this is played out so nicely? Okay? Now, we've got that in the mix. Put this back. So it's always great when you have ingredients in the house because once you understand them, they're deliciously combined together. So we've got in here now, we have spinach, garlic, it's wilted. We have broccoli inside of here too. We got feta. We've got avocado oil. See how this is all coming together to be a mixture? Okay. So we've got that and it's ready to go. So I'll turn off the heat again. Now we're going to get out some chicken. And what we're going to do is we're going to stuff the chicken with this. But what we're going to do is we're using thighs. We're using chicken thighs. Okay? So I've already got those thawed out. Gonna put some oil, avocado oil in the bottom. And I like to play with my hands. I like to use my fingers. That's just how I am. That's ready to go. See how that is? That's the stuffing. So we're gonna take a thigh and do a little pepper. And take a little bit of our stuffing here. Put it in. And fold it over. Take another one. Put some stuffing in. And we're going to fold it over. All right. We got another one. See that? Stuffing's in, fold it over. And the last one. One more. Perfect. Perfect. So I've got that played. Look at that. Awesome. I love it. Cool. So now we have these chicken thighs already stuffed and ready to be cooked. Wash my hands. Let's check on our kids. Are going great down there. Doing all good. Everybody's doing well. So we'll just take a little bit of, we'll do a little salt and pepper. Yeah, we'll just do a little bit of this Himalayan pink sea salt pepper. And that's ready to be cooked. So that's ready. That meal is prepped. That'll be 2 meals for us. So that one there is done. So let's look at real quick and how we're doing with that. Oh yeah, they're coming along good. Our bacon's doing well. Cauliflower mash is doing well. Or cauliflower, excuse me. I'll make some cauliflower mash. I'm famous for my cauliflower mash. It's actually called George's cauliflower mash. It's already been put in a couple books as a recipe. Oh yeah, these are doing great. All right, I think this is a delicata squash. Hot. Oh. Guys, I can't tell you. You'll have to do it yourself. You should be able to buy them for about $1.50, maybe $2. Delicata squash. Delicious. So, we'll pull that out of the oven. There you go. Delicata squash and green beans. Oven roasted. Think the beans should be done? Oh, yeah. I love fried green beans in an air fryer. Well, it's good. Delicious. Guys, make these recipes. Simple, clean, healthy. And I know the word healthy. I know people hate the word. It's healthy. It's good for you. I hated it when people would tell me that. I really did. So I don't expect you to feel any different. But, guys, real food isn't at a drive-in. Real food isn't generally in a box or a bag. If you look at ingredients and you see these 4 things, don't bring them home. If it says modified starches, especially if it says maltodextrin, if it says maltodextrin, leave it in the store. Period. End of story. Why? Because it will spike your insulin. It spikes your blood sugar higher than table sugar. Just eat sugar if you're going to, instead of maltodextrin. Good gravy. How much more? Well, look it up. Look at the glycemic index. Then you'll see that maltodextrin could be any of a multitude of starches. It could be rice. It could be potato. It could be wheat. All right? It could be corn. None of those do you know if they were glyphosated or not. None of them do you know if it was GMO'd or not. Yeah. Stop that. Now I'm going to add some butter to these things because I love butter too. So we've got the cauliflower going on. Now let's look at the next thing. So we've got those done. We're having a good day in the old kitchen, aren't we? Going to have a lot of leftovers, tell you on that fact. So let's go look at the cracked chicken, cream cheese bacon. So what we do here, it says cooked bacon. Well, we've got that going. Seasoned chicken breast with salt and pepper. Heat olive oil and skillet and sear the pan. All right, so we're going to sear. We're going to sear those chicken. All right, let's do that. What pan is that? Let's see this one. There we go. So we're going to sear these chicken breasts. Da-dum-da-dum. Let's get this flatter. There we go. Cool. So we're going to sear these chicken thighs because I like thighs over breasts. Just how I am. And so we'll put some avocado oil in the pan. This is 100% avocado oil, expeller pressed. Smoke point is 500 degrees. We're not going to get that high, are we? right? And its ingredient is avocado oil. How's that? Refined avocado oil. Okay. Oh, these guys, this delicata squash, guys, and these beans, perfect flavor and seasoning. Look how tender they are to the fork. Oh. And you eat the skin. How much truer can you get to fiber? Fiber, fat, protein. Follow the order of food. You want to feel better? There's one little simple hack will change your life. I mean it. Fiber, fat, protein, then maybe carb. That's the order of food. Want to save your life, not go down the path I went down, follow that instruction. All right. So I'm going to sear these 2 thighs. Got my splatter guard on. Our bacon is being, the first round of bacon being done. We'll check our cauliflower. Okay. Doing well. It's coming along about there. We got that going. So one of the things we want to talk about when we start looking at this crazy thing called me is that we don't want you to go down this path. I don't want you to have to suffer because you're eating too often. Yeah, I've been fat, sick, and nearly dead. Eating too often. I was never without something in my hand to eat or drink. I was peeing every 2 hours, at night, daytime. I had skin tags, brain fog, Mr. Belly so big. I was up to a 40-plus inch waist. I've lost 14 inches. I'm down to a 28. Yeah, my blood sugar, I should be dead. Without any medical intervention, without any medical plan, without any medications, using this protocol, simply drinking a tea, 2 teas a day, and a fiber before I eat, guess what? I took care of this. So you want to feel better? You can get on the protocol. I have a link in the bio. Or you can do some helpful things. 1, stop snacking. Stop snacking. Stop snacking. Did I say stop snacking? Stop snacking. Because your spike is what's killing you. That's what's killing you. It's what's killing your children. And I mean literally. Guys, you can eat your way into Alzheimer's. You can eat your way out of Alzheimer's. You can eat your way into diabetes. You can eat your way out of it. You eat your way into high blood pressure. You eat your way into PCOS. You eat your way into non-alcoholic fatty liver. You eat yourself into ED. You eat yourself into cardiovascular. Guys, not that you're broken. It's that the system, the sad, mad, standard American diet, sad, standard American diseases leads to SAM, standard American medical, standard American medicines. Get off the roller coaster. You have to change what you buy. You have to change your eating habits. But you don't have to do anything. You want to keep doing the same way you do now. Don't change a thing. You want to take advice, take some free advice, and go look it up to prove me wrong. Go look up, use your chat, Gronk, 360M, whatever your artificial intelligence is that you use, because you don't trust me, which is fine. Go look up any condition that you have. If you have skin tags, if you have PCOS, if you have non-alcoholic fatty liver, if you have a weight that's tough to lose, even if you're on those, taking those injectables and whatever else you might be doing to try to lose it, you know what do you find? If you're on those synthetic GLP-1s, you'll find out soon enough that 40% of the weight, because you've got you trained to what? Look at the scale. 40% of the LBSs that you lose, 40% is lean muscle. Do you want to lose muscle, or are you trying to lose fat? Yeah, you're trying to lose fat, aren't you? But you get excited if, in fact, it does work for you. And it does work for some. It doesn't work for everyone. But guess what? That is not fat. Half of it is. The other half is muscle. Muscle is a prime indicator of longevity. If you lost 30 pounds, follow me on this. If you've lost 30 pounds on one of those synthetics, you've lost 12 pounds of muscle. That's 12 pounds of fat-burning cells. When you get off of the synthetic that you're taking, that GLP-1, and if you have not changed your lifestyle, if you have not changed all the foods you're taking, the hyperpalatable, ultra-processed foods with seed oils, any of 264 different sugars, starches, especially maltodextrin, and salt. And salt's not really a villain, but it gets blamed on things. But that combination, those 4 ingredient combinations, you are going to explode back where you were and past it, because you have lost, in that calculation, 12 pounds of fat-burning muscle. How are you going to fix that? I'm just asking, what's your plan? Ask your doctor what's his plan for you. I mean, he's the one that's getting paid by prescribing it for you. You do know that, right? They do make a commission on those sales. You do know that, right? You do know that that's how they reimburse. We are in a reimbursement system. That's how this whole thing works. It's a reimbursement. That's why you get 7 to 11 minutes. If they do a physical exam and I recommend nutritional things for you that they don't get paid for and it takes an hour, they're going to earn $100. Okay? If they prescribe or renew a prescription for you, and that takes all 7 minutes, they make $100. If you are getting paid, which would you rather do? See 10 people by here. See how this pan, see how this bacon's done nice? You know that? Did that in the oven. Perfect. That's what happens when you can roast bacon in the oven. Don't have the splatters. Got it roasted just fine. I'm going to make the other half of the bacon. Let's see how this is done nicely. So I want you to, if you want to know, if you would like a list of 7 questions that you can take and ask your provider next time you go, in the chat, put 7 questions, and I'll get you that list of 7 questions. So here's what we've got going on today. If you'd like to have information to see the world's greatest speakers on metabolic health, put tickets in the chat. If you'd like to learn how to earn a cruise and be with the speakers for 4 days free, put cruise in the chat. And if you'd like to have my list of 7 questions to ask your doctor or provider the next time you go and watch them just cringe, put questions in the chat and I'll get those to you. Guys, I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you very much for coming in. Any other comments, please put them in the chat. I appreciate you being here. Have a great day. Stay healthy. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.